Nick Hijazi, the founder of the Mendes Cartel, the Natty King, the last true Natty Crusader, the one true heir to O'Hearn's Natty throne, and the president of the Natty Republic, El Presidente himself. Another week on the cut complete. It is Wednesday, which means I have officially completed another week of cutting. 20 weeks of cutting in the books. Done. Perfection. Pure perfection when it comes to those 20 weeks of cutting. No mistakes made. No mistakes. No meals missed. No cheat meals. No training sessions missed. Pure and utter perfection. This morning I woke up at 188 pounds, which means I've lost nearly 3 pounds from last week. So I'm going to stay on the exact same calories and macros. Nothing changes. 2,700 calories. The show goes on. I'm still doing zero cardio. Haven't incorporated cardio. So that's still a tool I've got in my toolbox. And that's the beautiful thing about the way I've cutted. I haven't gone too extreme. I haven't introduced cardio prematurely. I haven't done anything too quickly. I've been patient. And patience is the mother of all glory, my friends. 188 pounds, 2,700 calories, zero cardio. The show goes on. Before we get into the physique update, chaps, gentlemen, if you want to get in the greatest natural shape of your life, join my online community, the Mendes Cartel. You'll have full access to all of my training and nutrition programs, my cutting, my bulking guide, as well as my most valuable program yet, which is my self-coaching guide, which shows you how to set up your own self-coaching program, which shows you how to coach yourself pretty much. Shows you how to coach yourself, set up your own training and nutrition program, and it gives you full access to all of the software I use to get in great shape naturally, where you can set up your program using our specialized software. Link in the description to join the Mendes Cartel. And if you're interested to go an even further step than just being in the Mendes Cartel, and you actually want full-on one-to-one coaching, go to my Instagram, link in the description, and DM me the word cartel. All right, chaps, let's get into the physique update. Posing is tough. This is pure cardio. This is pure cardio. This is my cardio. Man, I'm gonna collapse. This is tough. I might need a posing coach. Oof. All right, man. I feel like I'm gonna faint. That was a tough morning's worth of posing. Anyway, chaps, it's co-founder time. It's time for the rest day Q&A. It's co-founder time. Oh, sweet baby mama! All right, chaps, I'm here with the co-founder, Nick Hijazi, the founder of the Mendes Cartel, here with the
co-founder. Boys, let me put my white background on.
Can you show Galindo's? You couldn't show Galindo's magic stick, could you?
There you fucking go.
Show Galindo's magic stick, bro. You couldn't show Galindo's magic stick, could you? All right, rest day Q&A. Question 1 from Mike. What do you think about Kino Body training philosophy of training only 2 times a week? Is that enough volume? I'll let the co-founder get this because the co-founder's a big Kino Body guy. Me too, but co-founder knows more about Kino Body. What do you say about Kino Body, bro?
Yes, I think absolutely. Like, if you train very hard and your split and exercise selection is like on point, you can get away even with 1 day. Like people will be impressed how much muscle and how much improvement you can do doing shit right and with intensity. 100% you can get a lot of work done. Like we have a client, crazy results. He does a rear session and a front session.
Yeah.
Elite results.
Yeah. And it's the 80-20 rule. You can do 20% of the work and get 80% of the results. Like you go to the gym twice per week and you'd get the same results as you'd get 80% of the results of a guy that went 6 times a week. 80-20 rule. All right, next question from Only Content. What's your split, G, and whereabouts in London are you? Right now I'm doing a hybrid Arnold. Look at the YouTube channel. I mean, look at my YouTube channel. You can see my exact split. And Chelsea. All right, next question is from Matt H. I'm starting to make fitness content on Instagram and have some workout clips on YouTube. Any advice with making a name for myself in fitness? Volume. Post. It takes a long time. It's a lot of hard work. It requires a lot of consistency. Don't worry too much about likes and how many views you get to begin with. Just make content, bro. Don't worry too much about quality. Obviously, try and make your stuff as good as it can be. But volume, man. Just post and don't care what anyone thinks. All right, next question is from Uga Bunga. What did you do to grow your arms? They're my weakest part. I've done the bro split for years, and bro split has a dedicated arm day. All I do is arms. I used to do arm supersets, crazy high volume arm supersets on a bro split arm day. And that, for me, having a dedicated arm day, doing a bro split, is the reason I believe my arms did grow a lot in my early days. Next question is from Araf. Thank you for your answer. I have a question for next Q&A. Would you offer a bro split to a normal person? And when I do a bro split, I train once per week, a muscle group. I feel my muscles getting softer. Is that because of one-time frequency, or do I do something wrong? I believe working with good intensity. Bro, if you do a bro split and you train hard, like you're gonna build muscle, man. Like once a week frequency, you're gonna build muscle. And a bro split really isn't once a week frequency. If you think about it, when you're doing arm day, like let's say you do weighted dips on arm day, then you're hitting your chest and shoulders. A lot of the time you're actually overlapping and you're actually doing double frequency even on a bro split. So again, every split works, bro, as long as you train hard enough. Next question is from Tomili. What was your genetic start point when you began training? Were you more skinny, more fat? Pictures of you before you began training would be amazing. My genetic start point, skinny. I was like 59 kilo, wasn't very big. I was a footballer, skinny footballer. I did S&C for football, so I had a little bit of a base and foundation. But I was skinny, man. I don't have any good genetics for lifting weights. I was kind of skinny, 59 kilos, and I just ate. I ate. Co-founder, what about you? What was your kind of starting point for training?
I'll send the pic. I actually have my starting point. I have a picture. The
We'll
first.
put pics on screen now.
Yeah. You'll see my starting point. And I'll send a picture I took like yesterday, so you can see my transformation. I looked. Yeah, not good whatsoever. Skinny, fat, no muscle whatsoever. Yeah, very bad starting point.
All right. Next question is from Lokalzuki. You said you were Arab and Latino, but what country specifically in the Arab region? And are you close to your Arab background? Are you close to your Arab background? Yeah. Originally Palestinian, Lebanese Palestinian. Well, Palestinian. Then my grandfather he emigrated from Palestine to Lebanon, so that's where the surname Hijazi comes from. Actually, the surname Hijazi originally comes from Saudi Arabia, the region in Saudi Arabia called Hijaz. That's where my surname comes from. So actually, my ancestry technically went from Saudi Arabia to Palestine, then to Lebanon. So yeah, so Palestinian, but then Lebanon and Saudi connections within that Palestinian origin. All right, next question is from Malik. Looking gigantic, bro. I have a question that you often say that weighted pull-ups and weighted dips are all you need for building a great upper body. But isn't incline bench imperative for building that upper shelf? Don't you need incline bench with dips? Co-founder, what would you say to this?
Yeah, yes. We're saying that. That is like a fake scenario. Like all these questions of like name only. If you could only do 10 exercises, you can do everything. So yeah, obviously add incline bench and dips. Obviously.
Yeah. But I mean, if you only had to do 2, I'd probably just do weighted dips and weight pull-ups if you only had 2 upper body movements. But obviously incline bench helps a lot. And incline dumbbells as well. They're incredible for the upper body. Next question from Vintage Jock. People really set low standards of what can be achieved naturally with real hard work, intense effort and consistency. Just look at natural bodybuilders before the 1940s who we know were natural, great physiques, all of them, and they didn't have the amount of training and nutritional knowledge that we do today. Today you have creatine supplements way and and not to help you achieve it naturally, combined with a wealth of training information. Yeah, 100%, bro. We have far more, we have far better resources and access to higher quality resources today, knowledge as well as supplementation, to get in great shape naturally, and people still have that mindset of, they still have these very low expectations and low standards for what's achievable naturally. And it just goes to show the average person doesn't believe they can actually achieve much. Very, very low standards, very, very weak mentally. People that just are lazy. It's ultimately lazy. They don't believe they can look good naturally because they're not willing to put the work in. It's that simplistic.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The amount of information that is out there, like you have calorie apps in which you can track. You have every single split known to earth. The machines. There's even machines where you can load like different ranges. Like the amount of technology there is insane.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. Like the limits are pretty much endless nowadays with all the info we have, and the supplements too. Creatine is great.
Yeah.
The nutrition has increased. The quality of the nutrition, everything's better.
100%. Look, if you put the work in, you're consistent for many years, you can build a natural physique that looks incredible. People have such low expectations of what was possible, and it comes down to laziness, in my opinion. Final question from Ter. Quick reminder, this is a genetic game. Don't compare yourself with anyone. Even if they're natty or not, it doesn't really matter. Top tier natties and average steroid users are different. They're very different. Compare with who you were yesterday and what your goal is. I agree, bro. I mean, everyone has different genetics. What one person can achieve will be drastically different to what someone else can achieve. Always look at yourself and try and compete with yourself. That should be the main aim. Who were you yesterday? Try and be better than the guy you were yesterday. I'm never going to look like Chris Bumstead. I'm never going to look as good as Chris Bumstead. The guy has elite genetics. I'm not going to compare myself to Chris Bumstead or Arnold, who have top tier, all-time great genes. I've got to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I look like this a year ago. I'm going to try and beat it. I want to be better than I was a year ago, a month ago, a day ago. And if you have that mindset, doesn't matter what your genetics are, you are going to achieve greatness. What would you say to that, bro?
Yeah, it's you versus you. A you versus you game. Like, it's like, for example, if I compare myself to Nick all the time, it's like, yeah, I want to look like Nick. I want to look like Nick. I want to look like Nick. That's the dumbest shit. I just want to be better than I was. The way I see my training career, I just see it year by year. As long as I'm better every single year, I'm happy, because I'm improving.
You.
So that's all that matters.
100%. And you've improved year on year.
Yeah,
You get better on year.
A little bit. By the time I'm 30, I'm gonna have elite physique. If
Exactly.
I continue with that mindset.
If you just stack and get a little bit better every year, like Juan said, by the time he's 30, he'll have an elite physique. He already has a great physique. He's going to keep getting better. And if you just have that mindset of beating who you were last year and improving, getting a little bit better, then you're going to be, when time passes, you're going to have a great physique. It's that simple. So yeah, 100% agree with that comment. All right, gentlemen, that is the video. Nick Kajalsi, the founder of the Mendes Cartel. 20 weeks of cutting complete. Week 21 begins. Stay tuned for the journey, boys. Nick Kajalsi, the founder of the Mendes Cartel, the Natty King, the last true Natty Crusader, the one true heir to O'Hearn's Natty throne, and the president of the Natty Republic, El Presidente, here with the
Co-founder boys.
Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Join the Mendes Cartel, link in the description. If you're interested in one-to-one coaching, go to my Instagram and DM me the word cartel. And as always, chaps, long live King Charles III, and God bless Sir Winston Churchill.